We start off on Tuesday, February 7th with a Knowing the Night program at the north end of Riverfront Park. These twilight walks are really a great opportunity to look around and see what we can find. Lately at the north end, we've been seeing a barred owl, a bald eagle, and some really outstanding sunsets. But every day is a little bit different. So that is Tuesday, February 7th, starting at 6 o'clock at the north end of Riverfront Park. Check the forecast before you head out. As we all know, we can vary from an almost 80-degree day back down to the mid-30s. So layers are a wonderful idea. You can add or shed as conditions dictate. And you should always wear shoes that are good for covering some distance. We will do some walking, and you need to be prepared for that. If it's a bright afternoon on our Saturday afternoon walks or Sunday walks, bring a hat, wear some sunscreen, protect yourself from the sun, and always bring some water. We do have fountains in the park, but it's a good idea to stay hydrated. We've got some Thursday afternoons at our Southeast Park off Garner's Ferry at Hazelwood. This park is worth a little bit of a trek to go visit. It is 64 acres of beautiful hardwoods surrounding a 6-acre pond. And that wildlife walk will just take a good stroll around the park and see what we can see. Lots of birds and some aquatic animals. Southeast Park has an award-winning disc golf course. It's got some really neat topography, so you'll go up and down hills and around bends. We've got beautiful, beautiful live oaks and hickories. There are also 16 tennis courts at Southeast, so you can choose to get in a couple of rounds of tennis or disc golf and have a walk to relax afterward. We have another one of these wonderful rain barrel workshops coming up. This one's on Saturday, February 11th, and it may be sold out. But I do want to let you know that Columbia residents can take advantage of this program and register to attend a workshop and receive a beautiful rain barrel at bluethumbrainbarrel.com. They are terrific. One, that is water that you do not pay to run through your tap, so it saves money. But the water is really beneficial for plants because it is straight from the sky, and so you don't have the chlorine, you don't have the cost of distribution, you don't have the fluoride, and it's really, really a wonderful thing for your plants and for our aquifers. If you think this is water that you have intercepted, it isn't just hitting the roof and hitting the street and hurtling straight through pipes into the river, you're giving this a chance to slow down and slowly percolate through the soil. So this is part of a really good practice, especially for a river city. So after that, we're celebrating Valentine's Day. Falls on a Tuesday this year. And we want you to change up your Valentine's dinner and roses routine by making time to join us down at the south end of Riverfront Park near the historic Pump and Turbine House. We'll be serving up hot cocoa, and we'll have a fire if it's chilly, so you can gather around and just visit with the rangers a little bit. We know that people love Riverfront Park. We feel that every day, and we enjoy that loving feeling that we get from the public, and we want to pay it back a little bit. We just like to have a nice Ranger Day mingle. And most of you know, if you visited the park, if you haven't, just how spectacular those views are when the sun sets. And we're encouraging you to come before the sun's completely gone and pose on that back deck, and we will snap a picture for you to have a memento of the day for us. The park is wonderful at night. The pathway is lit. We've got lights along the entire 3-mile path at Riverfront Park. But when you get up to the north end and you get away from the parking lot lights and the trail lights, you get a chance to see the stars. And reflecting on the river, it's really a peaceful, beautiful place to spend some time. That park is so romantic. If you have not come out, we see lots of people on first dates. We see lots of people shooting engagement photos. Even brides will come down and shoot wedding photos. So judging by what we see, we encourage other people to come and do the same. It is a really, really outstanding place to take photographs, period. But especially romantic. It's a great place for couples. February is a great time for birding, and we have an opportunity for you to do some citizen science in the Great Backyard Bird Count. So we've got a couple rangers who are wonderful birders. John McKenzie and Patrick Hare will be helping everyone with this effort. We're doing a couple sessions and they may move, so we will be meeting Saturday morning at 8:30 in the morning. Birders get up a little bit early to find out what's going on. We're meeting at Granby Park, 100 Catawba Street on Saturday morning at 8:30. And we may do a little bit of birding there and then move along to the next location. And then on Sunday afternoon, we are meeting at 3:30 at the north end of Riverfront Park on River Drive. And we would really love for some experienced birders to come out and help us in this effort as we try to pair experienced birders with aspiring birders. But our parks are really just the best places to see birds because we've got this long stretch of uninterrupted habitat. And it's a little early for migratory birds, but there's always a surprise out there once you start to open your ears and peer through the lenses and look up into the limbs. We've got a lot going on. And the neat thing about this is an Audubon Great Backyard Bird Count, is that it's a national snapshot. It is really a neat citizen science effort in which people all across the nation are recording what they see on this day at this time. And all that data gets compiled and you can actually see it on the Great Backyard Bird Count Audubon website. So help us help the birds. For the bird event, it's really great if you have any field guides and binoculars, bring them. Definitely a good idea for that. If we're going to sit for a while and observe, you might want to toss a folding chair in your car if we decide to hang out at one spot. Sometimes that's handy to have a notebook and pencil. It's a fun effort to have. We've got another Knowing the Night as February deepens on Tuesday, February 21st, north end of Riverfront again. This is an evening walk. We'll see the last rays of daylight, watch the sunset, and then maybe see what we can find along the trail between the Columbia Canal and the Broad River. Usually we're looking out for our owl, and sometimes we might get lucky and startle the deer as they start to move around in the evening a little. The north end of the park, if you have not been, 4122 River Drive, the entrance is just beside the Broad River Bridge, and it is the best place to go walk along the river, walk along the rocks, admire a great expanse of open water on the Broad River, see sunsets, see birds, go fishing, see wildlife. That area is a little bit more quiet. The south end of the park is easily accessible for downtown, and the north end is just a little bit more natural and quieter. We're finishing up on Saturday, February 25th with a more ambitious walk. This is going to get your pulse, give you a little bit of cardio, and take a rambling fast loop through the north end's lower trail and upper trail. So this is an excuse to get out and stretch your legs, and anything we catch that's natural history along the way is bonus. But the primary focus of this is just get your heart rate up and have a good Saturday afternoon stretch. I'm going to warn you, put on your good walking shoes. I tend to keep a really quick pace. So we will get out, we'll get our heart rate up, we'll loop around that lower trail, and then we'll see what we see. We'll talk about some of the things that are in the park, but the focus of this is also just get a couple miles in. It is a 2-mile loop. The best place to go is to check the Outdoor Adventure page on the Parks and Recreation Department page from the city's website. So columbiasc.net, Parks and Recreation, Outdoor Adventure. And you can always clarify something, whether or not, if it's a question about the weather that day, if we're still holding the walk, with the Parks Department at 545-3100. Please come out and give it a shot. And if you like it, let us know. If you don't like it, let us know. You know, we're here to help you explore the park. And so if there's particular programs that you would like to see, we'd love to have that feedback.